Hello, soul lives, and what a week of opportunities we have on us. One opportunity after another. So, I am going to talk about this Neptune retrograde coming up and the time period that we're going to have with that, the shadow that I'm seeing for the collective, and the shadow for you in the all signs forecast. I'm going to give you a mantra affirmation to use to get you through these time periods, and I'll probably do a transmission at the end. Neptune has been wading through Pisces since 2011, 2012, somewhere in there. So, and it will remain there until 2025, 2026, that energy. So it's the planet of dreams and delusion and inspiration and mystic energy and also escapism. It's like a stage for the magic to happen. And Neptune can trance us with this with the sleight of the hand. It can do that. It's also like being on the stage, and all the magic depends on the trapdoors and the trickery of the distraction. Well, this escapes the laws of physics. You can't live there forever. You can't be welcome to live there forever. Okay? Because Neptune is make believe. So it's not without missing all the reality that it has to offer, because that's what's going to happen if you stay in a Neptunian trance state. That you'll miss what's going on in the 3D. So where Neptune is inspired for dreams, emotion, etherical, and so is Pisces, and it is the modern ruler of Pisces. And so we're in this energy of this. Jupiter was the traditional ruler of Pisces. And so we still have this energy that it absorbs this. So it brings this expansion why it's in these magical water signs. Okay. So Neptune takes 125 years to orbit the sun. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. 165 years to orbit the sun, which means the last time that Neptune was in Pisces was 1847 and to 1862. So, because it stays there. It's like for 12 years or 12, 14 years. When did I say it went in? On the 2011, 2012. Okay, so that's how long it stays there. So during that time period in the United States and Europe, there was casual get-togethers of people doing circles and seances and readings. There was, tipping tables and attempts to levitate. There was all of those energies. So there was poets and mystics were channeling and otherworldly intelligent in these practices like automatic writing. And there were also opium dens where you could go and explore all the realms and mysterious hauntings and that type of energy. So the you could buy the escapism. So how is that really different than the times that we're in now? So what are the escapisms that we have now? Nowadays we escape through TV, social media, and substances, video games, sex, dance, music, meditation, work, and anything else that allows us to eject temporarily from this world. So that's the key to the word, is temporarily to this world. When we stay anchored in that world, in our own lives, Neptune can provide a pleasant reprieve when it's time to go into that. It's addiction if you stay in it all the time. It's bliss and bewitchment energy and ecstasy, and imagination can bring transcendence. But when we forget ourselves for too long, the evolution stops because we're no longer growing because we're not connected to our bodies and what our souls came here to do. So since Neptune has been in Pisces in 2012. What have we were supposed to witness the end of the world in 2012. I don't think it happened. The TV binge watching, Netflix, TV, and people binge watching. There's been a huge market of spirituality. A lot of business people have went into spirituality because they found out it was trending and they could make money in it. And yes, that's my jaded opinion. Okay. There was awakening. There's been an awakening into the consciousness. Neo shamanism, yoga has become industrialized. Yes, it has, as well as all of the social media things and the digital meta universe. So Neptune is the mastermind of the tall end of Pisces now. Okay. So there's still a few special moments to come. So these are the energies that we've got coming up now because Neptune is getting ready to go retrograde in Pisces, which it's been doing that annually since it's been in this sign. So what's happened to you? Look back at that time period each year and what's the energies in the house that it's been in for you and what came to be during that time period during that time period for you, because it can bring in the overindulgence but and the escapism, but it could also bring in the beauty, and especially for artists and creators and storytellers and spiritual seekers and modern mystics. And against all odds, this wildly diverse world, we can have a chance to feel unlimited. Okay. So when this planet goes into retrograde, it means that it appears to be going backwards. That's what all planets appear to be doing during this time. And astrologers believe that the planet movements can make things in our life go amiss. Okay. And it's also a time that we go inward. So this upcoming one may muddy the waters when it comes to things that may have once felt certain about, and create it could create unique challenges for anyone in the creative art space, because the planet of Neptune is the planet of inspiration, and you may get lost in your own inspiration. You could be in because it's influences, it's illusions, it's dreams, it's fantasies. It's a planet of romantic behavior and glamour. But when it's in retrograde, it affects the shadow of those qualities and the delusion. It can bring delusion and lying and cheating. It can bring those energies like this in, that people, that they're just not good enough and they don't have their own self-confidence, and they're just making up whimsical tales. So pay attention to that energy, because that could be the shadow side of it. So this entire retrograde could can take more focus on our dreams, the dreams and that illusionary type of energy. It'd be a good time to do shamanic journeys, past life journeys, all of those types of things like that. So it is an outer planet. And because it's an outer planet, it has more of effect on like generations, and also on the general collective, the field of the collective, because it's a generational thing. Because if it's here for that many years, then everybody that was born during that time, everybody that's been born between 2011 to 2025, 26 is going to have Neptune in Pisces. Okay, so they're coming in with that. These kids are coming in with that energy. It's activated. It's to me, when I say that, it's like they're coming in with a integration already between their subconscious and their conscious mind. It's like they just know shit. My fine daughter, she just knows stuff. Like they know they've came into this world that's already been advanced in its way. They don't have to go through their mind and be stopped by their own self-confidence, because it's just an automatic, download. It's just an automatic download for them. Okay. So with it going retrograde in its home sign of Pisces, this is the potential impact to the collective. It's associated with dreams, with illusions, spirituality, compassion. And when it goes retrograde, this energy turns inward, prompting enters perspective energy in the deep exploring our inner landscapes. The influence will be amplified as it resonates strongly with ethereal and intuitive nature. And the retrograde period of Pisces is a profound time to grow and collect spiritual information. Okay. During this phase, it's essential to stay grounded and to practice discernment and avoid being swept away by the illusionary or deceptive influences. Engaging in practices like meditation, journaling, and self reflection can help you navigate the profound energy of Neptune in retrograde in Pisces and allowing for personal and collective growth. So remember these insights and provide a general that this provides a general understanding for you. And that's what this is. It's a general reading for the collective, even though I'm going to go into all signs. So let's bring, I want to do, this is the shadow side of this. Okay, shadow side. This is what you the pitfall of it, the hole, the black hole that you don't want to fall into, or if you do, then you can reflect on this and notice that you have fallen into this. Okay, and we got June till December with this energy. Okay, so the shadow side of it is escapism and illusions. That's number one. Neptune retrograde in Pisces can intensifies the tendencies towards escapism and illusion. So the collective may be more prone to seeking refuge in fantasies, addictive behaviors, or spiritual bypassing as a way to avoid facing harsh realities. It's crucial to be aware of the potential pitfalls of escapism and strive for a balanced approach in navigating the challenges of life. Okay. Number two, martyr, being in victimhood. Pisces compassionate nature combined with the Neptune retrograde can amplify the shadow aspects of playing the martyr and to falling into victim mentality. So, like, redo yourself when you catch yourself in that energy of that poor pitiful me energy. The collective may find it challenging to set healthy boundaries, or it may become over self sacrificing, leading to the feelings of resentment and being taken advantage of. So if you're feeling that, then that means you've went into the martyrism energy. Okay, so it's important to remember the importance of self-care and maintaining personal autonomy. Okay, number three, deception and deceptive influences. Neptune's retro in Pisces can heighten the likelihood of deceptive or falling in prey to deceptive influences. The collective may encounter situations. That's like when you have all the gurus, the preachers that have you to send them their money, all of that stuff. Okay, it's like that kind of influences. There could be a rise in cultish behavior during this time period. So the collective may encounter situations where it's difficult to distinguish between reality and illusion. And we get that in our media every day. Okay, this calls for increased discernment and critical thinking and to not blindly accept information without question its validity. But yeah, okay, if it's valid or not. Do your research, people. Just don't blindly follow people, including me and any other astrologist and any other YouTuber that's out here. Okay. Okay. Number four, spiritual confusion. While Neptune in retrograde in Pisces can facilitate spiritual growth, it can also lead to confusion and spiritual overwhelm. Boy, I have been there before. The collective may find It's challenging to discern genuine spiritual practices from manipulative, misleading ones. The one that has all of the answers. If anybody tells you they're the only one that has this, run like hell from them. Anybody that tells you that they are your savior and they're the only one that has this, I am telling you, book. Just get away from it as fast as you can. Okay, so the crucial approaches to spiritual pursuits with discernment and grounding practices. Walk away, ground yourself, because if it's the truth, you'll know. You'll know, and then it'll be shown to you. So have a healthy dose of skepticism during this time period. Okay, number five. Boundaries and disillusionment. Neptune's energy can dissolve boundaries, leading to a loss of personal identity and merging your boundaries with others. In this retrograde phase in Pisces, it can even become more pronounced and potentially resulting in a lack of personal boundaries and difficulty in asserting your oneself. Okay. It's essential for the individuals and the collective to cultivate healthy boundaries to protect your well being and maintain a sense of your own individuality. So, that's it. That's the awareness. That is the awareness of the shadow side of this energy and the potential shadow aspects. It's vital in understanding these energies. And that actually we've been, in the Neptune influence, it being in Pisces for since 2000. I was thinking about that. All my spiritual awakening, not all of it, but I had big, huge things, that happened from 2011 through, the energies of the awakening process and the things that I went through and all the initiations that I went through. And then you come back and ground yourself and, you chop wood. Okay. So by acknowledging these challenges, the individuals and the collective can work toward personal responsibility. Don't hand it over to anybody else. And responsibility is just the ability to respond. This spirit offers an opportunity to navigate the shadow side of Neptune and transforming these potential pitfalls into valuable lessons of growth and self awareness. Remember that it's love that makes the mundane seem special. It's not the weird out of body stuff. It's really the love that makes the mundane special. Okay. That's the most specialness that you can have. And to be aware of that energy and empower yourself to navigate these shadow aspects and embrace the transformation. And it's an opportunity for inner reflection to see the gift that you are to the world. And so now we're going to go into all signs and what house that is for you and what this energy is going to be with your shadow and with your mantra affirmation. So right before we go into that, my little public service announcement. I do weekly full moon, new moon, and big ass transits like this. And honestly, I missed last week's weekly because I have maybe had the flirt and I'm getting over that. So if my energy's in and out today, that's what's going on. So that's enough of all that. So go back. The big thing that I wanted to say here is go back and the Saturn retrograde in Pisces is also happening basically in, they're together. They're both in Pisces and they're together with this. And so I did one already on Saturn and what that energy is because we have that on into November. It started on the 29th. So do a reflection on that and see what both of these are bringing to you because they're both going to be in the same house. And Saturn's about structure and Neptune's all about the dreamy illusion stuff. So I may come back and try to do a combination, but honestly, you all, it's like my recording this week is kind of went to the wayside. So that's what's going on there. So now let's move into all signs. Okay. I am Kimberly Crow. I am a Western astrologer. I am using whole sign system for this energy analysis. So listen up to your big three. Your rising sign is what your soul come to embody to rise to embody in this lifehood. It's your inner self. It's all about you inside of there and what's going on with that. Your sun is the light that you reflect to the world. It's the stage that you stand on and what you reflect out into the world and what's come back to you. It can be male authority figures in your life, and especially your father in your lifehood. It could represent that sometimes. So sometimes when you're looking at your son, that could be who it's about. If you're like, this is not me, but then you notice something's going on, with that. And it also can be your career. So if you're listening to career stuff, and then it's listen to your son. Your moon is your emotional IQ. It's how you want to be nurtured, how you nurture others. It's about your body. It's all the body of that, and it could be your mother in your chart. Okay, so now let's go. Aries this week with the Neptune coming into retrograde in your 12th house of spirituality. It's going to urge you to focus on self-reflection and healing. You'll uncover deep truths about your psyche and your psychological wounds. It could be a time that could come up for you, allowing for profound healing. So embrace these opportunities for the introspection and prioritize your inner peace. So the shadow side that could come up for you during, this time period that we have is escapism, the avoidance of the avoidance. That's what could come up during the Neptune retrograde. Aries, you may find yourself wanting to escape from reality, especially when facing some deep-seated fears or some unresolved issues. Instead of confronting these challenges head on, there may be a tendency to avoid them or deny them, leading to more significant problems down the line. So, go get healing, do that. And this is your mantra. If these energies come up, to ground yourself, to anchor, and to move through the energies. Okay. Embrace self reflection and healing, uncovering the deep truths within me. Taurus, Neptune retrograde is going to be in your 11th house of your networking and your friendships, and it's going to bring in a reality check for you about community and social connections. You may find that some relationships no longer align to your values. Focus on connecting with people who share your principles and bring a sense of belonging. The shadow side for you can be that disillusionment energy with friendships. You may experience the disillusionment with your social circle, and you may realize that certain friendships and group affiliations are not as genuine as you once believed that they were. This can lead to feelings of betrayal, loneliness, and making it essential for you to seek out truly supportive and aligned friendships during this time period. So, your mantra affirmation to get through this time period is: I align with those who share values and bring me a sense of home. Gemini, Neptune retrograde. It's in your 10th house of career and public image. Pushes you to face through some tough truths about your professional path. If your heart isn't in your current pursuit, it's time to reconsider your goals, reflecting on these themes that can lead to greater fulfillment and success. The shadow side of this energy could be career confusion and doubt that you could face confusion regarding your career path. The confusion could be that you're facing the confusion or your public image. You may struggle with self-doubt and question your goals, your ambitions. This can result in a lack of motivation or feeling of being stuck, making it crucial to reassess professional direction and seeking clarity. Don't run from it. Stand up to it. Seek the clarity. Okay, so your affirmation is: I face the truth about my career path and I align with my true aspirations. Okay, Cancer, Neptune retrograde in your ninth house of adventure. Higher learnings encourages you to explore your big picture and philosophies. Unexplored emotions may surface during these time periods, making you feel restless. Embrace the vulnerability and focus on personal growth and healing. So, the shadow side for you could be this overwhelming restlessness. Cancers may feel overwhelming sense of this and a desire to escape your routine. This can lead to impulsive decisions such as sudden travel plans or drastic changes in your life without proper consideration. It's important for cancers to ground yourself and carefully evaluate your choices. So your mantra, your affirmation to get you through this is I explore new perspective and embrace personal growth with vulnerability. Leo, the Neptune in retrograde is in your eighth house of emotional bonds, intimacy that requires you to face a reality of your closest relationships. That's your shared money resource house. It's time to manage any underlying issues that come up with and come up with a workable plan for shared resources. This will lead to deeper connections and understandings. The shadow side of this for you could be unhealthy attachments. Leos may grapple with some unhealthy attachments in your intimate relationships, and you could find yourself idealizing your partner, or ignoring the red flags with your partners. So, this could really come up. You could see this during this time period. It may lead to emotional turmoil and pair struggles, necessitating a more realistic and balanced approach to your relationships. So, your month for affirmation to get through this time period is I face the truth with my closest relationships and create deeper bonds. Virgo, Neptune retrograde is in your seventh house of partnerships. It highlights underlying truths in your relationships, whether romantic, platonic, or professional. It's time to set some clear boundaries and understand your values. This introspection ensures healthier and more fulfilling connections for you. The shadow side that could come up for you is the overcritical and harsh Virgo tendencies may become overcritically of yourself and with your partners during this time of this retrograde. You may fixate on imperfections and flaws, leading to unnecessary conflicts that strain your relationships. And learning to practice compassion and understanding is vital for you during this time period. So, your mantra to get you through this is I set clear boundaries and align to my relationships with my true values. Libra, the Neptune retrograde is in your sixth house of wellness and daily routines. It calls for a reality check on your everyday hustle, your self care practices. Acknowledge the need for change and prioritize your well being. This shift will improve your health and productivity. The shadow side that could come up for you is neglecting your self care. You may neglect your self care, your routines, and your well being in your quest to maintain harmony in your relationships with others in your daily life. This can lead to burnout and resentment. It's essential for Libras to set boundaries and prioritize your own health and happiness. So, your mantra for this time period to help you get through this is I prioritize my well being and make necessary changes to my daily routines. Scorpio, Neptune retrograde is in your fifth house of romance, self expression. It encourages honesty about your relationship to creativity and your spontaneity with that energy. Make room for some fun and joy in your life. Prioritize time with loved ones and explore some new adventures for self expression. Representing emotions, the shadow side could be repressing emotions. You may have a tendency to repress, Scorpios do in general, to repress your true feelings and emotions, leading to internal conflict and stress. You may find yourself avoiding confronting issues in your romantic and your creative life, resulting in a lack of genuine connection and fulfillment. Embracing vulnerability is the key for you, Scorpio, during this time period. And your mantra from Spirit is I embrace creativity and spontaneity, making room for joy in my life. Sagittarius, Neptune retrograde. It's in your fourth house of home. It prompts you to reflect on emotional wounds and family related issues. It's a time to address patterns that impact your self security, your sense of that in your life. Getting real with yourself and loved ones will lead to healing and growth. The shadow side that could come up for you during this time period is ignoring your emotional needs. You may overlook your emotional needs and focus solely on external adventures and experiences. This can lead to a sense of emptiness and dissatisfaction. Balancing your love or exploring with inner perspective and emotional nurturing is crucial for you during this time period and for your well-being. So your mantra, your affirmation to help you get through this is I address emotional wounds and find security through honest reflection. Capricorn, Neptune retrograde is in your third house of communication. It brings attention to how you express yourself and engage with others. It's a time to align to your imagination and spirituality with practical circumstances. Share your intuitive insights. Share your intuitive insights directly and pursue creative collaboration. So, the shadow side that could come up for you during this time period is communication misunderstandings. Capricorn could face some misunderstanding and some miscommunications, especially in your, personal and professional relationships. You may struggle to express your thoughts clearly, leading to frustration and conflict. Taking time to communicate effectively and listen actively is important. So, your mantra, your affirmation to get you through this is I align with my communication with my true self and pursue creative collaborations. Aquarius, Neptune retrograde is in your second house of income. Yep, that's your self worth house, your money house. It calls for a realistic look at your financial strategies. If your current plans don't align with your values or your self worth, it's time to adjust. This introspection will lead to some more satisfying and rewarding financial paths. The shadow side that could come up for you is financial instability. Aquarius, you could experience some financial instability and uncertainty during this retrograde time period. So you might make impulsive financial decisions or neglect your budget, leading to stress and anxiety. It's crucial for you, Aquarius, to reassess your financial plans and make informed choices during this time period. So the mantra for you to your affirmation to get through this is I align my financial strategies with my values and my self-worth. Pisces, ne- uh, Neptune retrograde it's in your first house. It's in your sign of self. It encourages you to face the facts about your personal branding and your self image, aligned to how you represent yourself and how you truly feel. Focus on self care, inner well being, and cultivating self love. The shadow side that could come up for you is an identity crisis during this time period. You could face that. Question yourself, your image, the whole, what is it that they call that? The imposter syndrome, and how you represent yourself into the world. You may feel lost or disconnected from what you thought was your true self, but in it, you may find your true self. Engaging in self discovery and nurturing with your inner being is essential for you to regain your sense of identity during this time period. Oh, what a lovely gift for you. So, your mantra affirmation to get you through this time period is: I align with my self image, with my true self, and I nurture my inner well being. So it is. So, that concludes our all signs and our affirmations. So you can go back and listen to every one of those affirmations, change them up, use them however you want to. I just channeled these in to help get, because I was seeing the shadow of everything, and it's like, okay, so Neptune's going to take us into these dark waters, and how do we get, what do we do to stay anchored and to move through this? So use those in however it is, and write your own, listen to your inner self and what wants to come through for that with you. Okay, so let's see about doing a um transmission here. Okay, so we're going to use our breath. So breathe in a few clearing breaths, and anytime during this time period between the two, with the Saturn and the Neptune both in this time period of this, just remember that your breath is always there with you, and that you carry it everywhere, and that you don't need other things to do that part. So we'll use your breath for clearing any, ground, and drop your energy down into the crystalline core of Gaia herself, into that heart, and feel the love that she has for you. And if it starts getting a little bit too wobbly out there in all of this minutia of this etherical energy that's here right now, so remember, ground yourself. That's what she's telling me. She's saying, I remember how much I love you, and that I called, and that you came and answered the calling to be here for humanity, to be the gift that you are, to bring in higher consciousness to all existence. Ooh, so breathe that in. So you can open up your light body. I'll show you how to do that. So one of the ways to do your light body is to put your hands in front of your heart and to come up and to open your light body. And I'm also hearing, sometimes it's about bringing our energy in. And during this time period, we may feel that with the boundlessness energy, and we may be too expanded. And then we bring our energy in. So you can like open up your light body, disconnect from all that other stuff that's out there, and then bring your energy back into your core, into your center. So that's one of the things you can do to calm down the energy during this time period if it starts moving too fast for you. Yep, that's it, people. So thank you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being the gift to humanity that you are. Thank you for answering the call when Gaia called out and you said, yes, I'll come. I'll be there. I'll be a part of this experiment. So this is Kimberly with Celestial Juju. Like, share, do all of those little things that you do to make the YouTube monkeys do whatever it is that they do in the background that I have no idea what they do in that world. But I do know that when you hit like or you make a comment, then it changes those numbers for me, and it makes the wheels spin, so they throw it out to other people. And it's been really tough on a lot of us, or all of us, during these last few months of whatever it is that they're changing up with stuff. So support your favorite YouTubers, whatever that is that they do. Make sure you hit that like button, because it really does make a difference. Okay, remember, During all of this, be your unique self and go dance your freaky dance and be the one that you are. You are the one that you are waiting for. Be blessed. Remember, during all of this, be your unique self and go dance your freaky dance and be the one that you are. You are the one that you are waiting for. Be blessed. Remember, during all of this, be your unique self and go dance your freaky dance and be the one that you are. You are the one that you are waiting for. Be blessed. Remember, during all of this, be your unique self and go dance your freaky